Hey everyone, and welcome to today's Explainer. We are jumping right into something absolutely fascinating today, decoding the profound philosophical meanings behind Lord Shiva's divine weapons. Now, on the surface, you might look at these and think, okay, ancient mythological artifacts, right? But actually, scratch that. They are so much more. We're going to see how this cosmic arsenal is actually an incredible, practical blueprint to help us conquer our own internal battles, especially our deepest internal fears. Okay, let's dive into this. Are Shiva's weapons only for war? I mean, when you picture Lord Shiva, the very first image that probably pops into your head is the ultimate destroyer of the universe. But we really need to challenge that common perception right out of the gate. As the source texts reveal, the Supreme Lord of Creation isn't just a mindless destroyer, he is a Mahayogi, the ultimate protector of Dharma. So those imposing weapons you see him holding, they aren't actually tools for external destruction or war at all. Instead, they are literally powerful symbols of psychological mastery. They show us exactly how Shiva conquered internal fear, and more importantly, how we can do the exact same thing in our own lives. Section 1. Trishul, Victory over Ego. Let's kick off this inward journey by looking at his most recognizable symbol, the trident. This is the absolute first step in deconstructing the self. And this brilliantly illustrates how the Trishul operates on both a massive cosmic scale and a deeply personal level. On the cosmic side, the three prongs represent Srishti, Sthiti, and Laya. That translates to creation, preservation, and destruction. But internally, within us, those three prongs represent Shiva's supreme authority over the three gunas. These are the fundamental qualities of our nature. You've got Sattva, which is purity and harmony, Rajas, representing passion and activity, and Tamas, which is darkness and lethargy. To hold the Trishul is to perfectly balance and master all of these internal forces. It's a real game changer. Taking that a step further, the source material explicitly tells us that the true power of the Trishul is its ability to destroy ahankram, our ego, agnanam, our ignorance, and durmargam, our evil tendencies. It's basically commanding us to strike down our own arrogance, because think about it. When you strip away all that ignorance and ego, what are you left with? A clear, completely fearless mind. And for sure, that is the first, absolutely crucial step in conquering internal fear. Section 2. Dhammaru, Sound and Creation. We're going to shift gears now, moving away from the sharp, piercing edges of the Trishul to the rhythmic, spiritual heartbeat of the arsenal. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is that the Dhammaru isn't a weapon of violence at all. It's actually a profound divine symbol of knowledge, creation, and spirituality. The source texts explain that the sound emanating from the Dhammaru actually originated the entire universe. It is deeply, inextricably connected to the Pranava Nada, that primordial sacred sound of Om. It's this beautiful reminder that before we even think about fighting our battles, we have to be grounded in spiritual knowledge and the rhythm of creation. Let's move to and see how this builds into Section 3, Weapons, Dharma, and Inner Strength. Here we group the Pashupatastra, the Pinaka, and the Parashu into one awe-inspiring arsenal of righteousness. So here we have this intense narrative contrast between physical might and spiritual requirement. On one hand, you have unimaginable supreme power. The Pashupatastra is Shiva's absolute most powerful divine weapon. And the Pinaka, that's his divine bow, which ancient stories tell us was incredibly difficult for even the gods to lift. But contrast that with the spiritual requirement. To wield these, you don't just need big muscles. You need Dharma, which is righteousness, and Atma Balam, immense inner strength. Our texts remind us that in the Mahabharata, Arjuna had to perform some seriously rigorous penance just to obtain the Pashupatastra, and he was instructed to use it only to protect Dharma. Same thing in the Ramayana. Lord Rama had to show supreme inner strength to lift and break the Pinaka bow, to marry Sita. It just goes to show, ultimate power absolutely requires ultimate discipline. And that brings us right to the Parashu, or the axe, which some Puranas describe Shiva as wielding. The Parashu perfectly reinforces this exact theme. Ultimate power is solely meant to eradicate adharma, to destroy unrighteousness completely. It's never about personal gain, it's entirely about restoring balance. Section 4. Nagabharana, Conquering Fear. We've reached the absolute climax of our internal conquest now, so let's slow down and look closely at the serpent ornament worn around Shiva's neck. So the crucial point is this. In ancient symbolism, the serpent is a direct indicator of kalam, time, and payam, fear. by taking the literal physical embodiment of fear and mortality and casually wrapping it around his neck as a mere piece of jewelry. Wow, Shiva is making a massive psychological statement. He's showing us that he is entirely beyond time and beyond death. He sets the ultimate example for us. You don't run from your fears. You face them, you master them, and you literally wear your victory over them for the whole world to see. You live bravely. Section 5. Conquer the internal battle. As we bring this explainer to its conclusion, we can see that these items aren't merely mythological artifacts for storytelling. They are powerful philosophical guides for our lives. This is exactly why all of this matters to you right now. The true symbols of this divine arsenal are Dharma, righteousness, Gnanam, knowledge, Niyamam, discipline, Bhakti, devotion, and Atmavishwasam, self-confidence. When you consider the Trishul, the Damaru, the mighty bow, and the serpent, you're actually looking at a perfectly designed blueprint for your own personal growth and spiritual discipline. They teach us, unequivocally, that true strength is internal. I want to leave you with this question. Think about the Trishul striking down your own ego. Think about that serpent of time and fear. How can you master it and wear it around your own neck? How will you use this divine knowledge, starting today, to conquer your own internal fears and ego? It's a pretty fascinating reflection, isn't it? Take these ancient truths, apply them to your modern battles, and step forward with unshakable inner strength. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer, and I absolutely look forward to exploring more incredible concepts with you next time.